What's up, guys, and welcome back to the NoShang Invitational. This is Game 3 in the best of 3 between Finem and Alternate Attacks. I'm Mikelorus, going to be joined by Milan for this third and final game, and dude, we're getting a little bit of respect now for some of these heroes. Nisha's Nature's Prophet, the Doom, going to be banned out first phase, but of course this leaves some real powerhouses still left in the pool.
Yeah, Spartan obviously not willing to deal with this Doom again. First picking Bounty Hunter, we can already expect the Earth Spirit from Elisage for the ATN. Like, I don't know. I guess ATN understands the power of this Nature's Prophet, so when they don't have a first pick, they're just gonna ban it out. Bounty Hunter first pick comes as a somehow surprise. I expected more for Earth Spirit. Like, he picked it up first two games. It worked out pretty good both games, although they lost one. But it was doing pretty good job. Now Invoker, we might even see the second pick Void. They don't have the Earth Spirit on the ad Finem.
I mean, the Earth Spirit ran into a couple of issues last game because he was always being, like, shadowed by the Doom. But now that the Doom is banned out, like, who knows, maybe the Bounty Hunter is able to get a little bit more traction. They kind of do serve the same role, just very early on, roaming around. And if you are being shadowed by someone else on the other side, then it makes roaming around so much more difficult. So, picking up the Bounty Hunter, now bounding out the Doom and the Earth Spirit, meaning that Bounty Hunter's time should be just a little bit better. But, we'll see. This hero, of course, can just explode in a game and almost single-handedly win a game if he has a really good start. But together with that bounty, they're going to pair up the Death Prophet up against the Beastmaster Invoker of Alternate Attacks. Now this packs quite a punch. Just roar into Sunstrike and you're going to be able to get some pretty free kills off of that. But the Vision, the Summons, especially on the Dire side for Roshan, this is one of the more scary openings I think you could possibly get in Dota nowadays.
Yeah, one of the most popular combos nowadays. The Sunstrike plus Roar. And I think even Sparta and Alfheim might look into some heavy push lineup picking DP this early, but there's not much heroes left, especially like for offlane. There is a Nature's Prophet bad, Beastmaster taken, like maybe some Lone Druid for they banning Venge, they ban Lone Druid themselves. They're scared of that exotic deer safe lane Lone Druid. Like all those summons might just go over them. I mean, can't say like those first two drafts were pretty much like somehow predictable, but this one it's really open for the ad Finem especially. They banned Lycan. Yeah, they're scared of that. They're scared of that 15-minute push.
Yeah,
They're gonna
both
take
sides
the
are.
Oracle for themselves. Yeah, both sides are. Witch Doctor is pretty good with the heal, and it's pretty good against Beastmaster on the lane with those stuns on summons. Let's see what ADM decides to go as a 4 pick. I believe they could take another support. Like what's left? They need this roaming support. Like I don't know who's position fourth since they name are not right, but he played Doom 2 games in a row.
Yeah, I think it's
Or
Kasser.
yeah, Kessler. Like it's there's this draft since like second phase gets so faster,
Hmm.
gets so fast. Like you cannot keep track. It's gonna be a tight pickup. They're looking more for a team fight, so I expect the ATN to ban maybe even Gyro, so that level 6 timing might lead to Adfinem exploding on the ATN.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw how
Yeah, we just
well the
saw.
gyrocopter worked in the last game, so I mean, I guess they should be scared of it once again. It's maybe not the best matchup necessarily versus the Sven, but uh, just together with the gyrocopter and the Death Prophet, all that ultimate damage of the Witch Doctor as well, Athena will be pretty good to go, I think, if they're able to get their hands, of course, on that gyrocopter. Whereas for ultimate attacks, getting the Oracle together with the Sven, yeah, I mean, it's a very nice high damage, pretty clean combo in lane later on as well. You're able to keep the Sven alive to keep on swinging. Uh, but for Adfinem, they have like so much team fight, and I think the only way that ultimate attacks really have of countering that is just by out initiating them.
I think Adfinem should be looking to a Night Stalker ban, because
Hmm.
yeah, that's one of the that position for heroes that can roam around. And like if Athena is looking to what good team fights, they need to prevent them the ATM from taking vision of them. With like if you have Beastmaster plus Night Stalker and plus all these summons, you're gonna have a dream time in team fights. with the vision up. I mean, I don't see much many options.
Is there any room for like a Bat Rider and a kind of a greedy jungle Beastmaster here for alternate attacks?
For ADN, I don't think any jungle is like
You're up
bad because
against
of the
Bounty.
bounty. Yeah, if there wasn't a bounty, they could go a greedy way of like picking Enigma. They're they're banning Bane. Bane's pretty good laning support, which Adfina has a plan of winning lanes pretty heavily because of the bounty hunter. That's like main sort of the hero, just being annoying, trying to win the lanes, and then like having a early mech of these track kills and giving vision in fights. Actually, uh, for the ad Finem, they need carry. Gyroban comes out as said, what else does Madara enjoy playing and that's good against Sven? Maybe some Ember. They don't have much lockdown besides like Beastmaster some, but Ember against Oracle is always tricky. I know
Yeah.
early you wanna kind of come to the fights with the shield and just Oracle, bam, shield's gone. It's really sad Ember game, I guess that.
Kind of feels unfair whenever you're Ember. It's like, wow, my skill just got completely nullified by his skill, and his skill
Yeah.
doesn't even it barely cost anything either. So, I mean, we were mentioning like Clinks earlier for alternate attacks. Obviously, different different teams. I could see Madara playing it, but I'm not really sure if this is the time for it, especially now with Lina last pick for the alternate attack squad. Yeah, Lina, not the hero that I was really expecting, although we may just see this combo of, stun into another stun
Yeah.
for the alternate attack squad. And going up against Tidehunter, you do need a lot of damage in order to make that happen for Adfinem. Gonna grab the Weaver, which kind of failed last time for alternate attacks. Yeah, Madara's gonna grab that, and it's just another well, it's pretty much the exact same lane that we saw last game. Weaver Witch Doctor versus Beastmaster, occasionally Bounty Hunter rotating him. The difference here is that that Beastmaster, for the most part, is going to be alone. You don't have to worry about Beastmaster plus Earth Spirit or something really dangerous like that.
Yeah, but like it's just opposite sides. I mean, Lina is a great pickup. I didn't think of it, but it like against the Dead Prophet, Tide Hunter, Weaver, you're always looking for that burst before they can get time lapse off or the Ravage and the Exorcism. Like that burst is gonna really be helpful. But for a chain, Elisa he's picking up that Lina, which means like it might be even position 5. But I don't see the really Oracle working out as position 4. I need to get that Lina. Because Lina can actually spam lanes and farm, which Oracle is not really capable of doing. But like without having that one greedy position 4 support, they are able to get dust and sentries both early, and maybe next time it's gonna do this kind of weird thing on Bounty Hunter, not picking up with the Orb of Venom. He's gonna go off with the Boots of Speed. Let's see what he does. Like Boots of Speed on Bounty means you wanna be annoying without dying.
Yeah.
Like you wanna pop those dots, pop those sentries. Look at his sentry. I think he spotted it.
It's going to keep him a little bit safer, at least. He's going to walk right behind the sentry placement. He might walk into it again, who knows, but plays an Observer Ward, sees 3 heroes, knows exactly what's going on. The bright side is that Orb of Venom isn't exactly super expensive, so, maybe you can grab a couple of CS here and there and still end up with your Orb of Venom. They're going to dust. Oh, that's expensive for the
Yeah,
Oracle.
but they don't know. They expect him to have Orb of Venom. If they knew that he has a boost, they wouldn't be even popping the dust, I think. He's just like he just uses like clarity and gets off that move and speed like that slow from the dust. See Ty looking what's happening. Just gonna be a straight rune for a rune. Maybe next time he's gonna look for a courier snipe. I don't think ATN is gonna fall for it. Just Oracle is gonna be a courier. I'm sure for next 20 seconds.
I don't even know the last time I saw someone lose their courier to a bounty hunter. Like, teams at this point are so comfortable with it. Although, Lizard, don't go down there. Oh, maybe next time he's going up there, actually. He's going to snag the courier underneath the tier 3 and walks away.
Pinging hell out of him. He's like, you're sorry, you're crazy. Like, I did this myself a few times, but it's really scary. But with a boots, I guess it's much easier. We're going to see engagement top. Just harassing the tie without Soul Shield, but allowing Kraken Shell first. He's gonna lose half of his HP. He only has double region, not the triple. So they could do something. Like Bounty Hunter is gonna rotate up, but I don't see him doing much this top lane.
Yeah,
But
he's
with having a boots and Oracle being mid, he just like he cannot do anything mid. That's the deal. But we see with this courier snipe, he gets the orb of venom in mid literally.
it was all
So,
according to the plan, dude. You plan
yeah,
on boots
all
first,
according to
courier
the
snipe
plan.
into orb of
Yeah.
venom. Dude, it's legit builds here from maybe next time. And now with that orb of venom and level 2, he actually can like pose a threat here towards the Lina. There's only level 1 Tidehunter, but still he has a right click, and Elisash has got to at the very least expend a little bit of mana occasionally just to make sure that he's not going to get jumped by this bounty hunter. So bounty hunter getting that courier obviously going to benefit the whole team, but it's going to benefit him by far the most, because he's actually going to run into an Oracle right now, and Oracle is not really here that wants to man fight a bounty hunter. Maybe next time though is going to circle around and look towards the mid lane instead. They know the Oracle's not able to help, but they don't know that maybe next time he's going to walk right over a sentry, so yeah, that's not really going to do a ton of good for the bounty. But either way, he's keeping pace between the top lane and the mid lane, just always patrolling there and making it so that these ad Finem supports, they are always going to be tied up, although Bounty Hunter now dusted up. LSA to land, Dragon Slave, couple right clicks, Sunstrike is there as well, and Bounty Hunter will give up first blood. And did so much, but just a little bit greedy, trying to contest that rune, and ends up costing his life.
With both supports, or it's gonna be a turn. That's gonna
Meteor.
Fortune Send into Meteor. Very early
Jeez.
Meteor. Very good play from the Supreme, showing his experience on this hero. Maybe next time he's gonna evoke him, but it's not gonna do much. See, he wish he had a solve, but next level plays from maybe next time, making his time hard. I mean, this bounty hunter, you know what's the problem with this invoker? Like when you have two supports that have like stuns, like Fortune Send is not really a stun, but it's a disable. They can keep him enough time in place. So even if he has a boost with that Sunstrike, they're gonna pick him up almost all the time.
That's not just for the bounty hunter either, it's for everyone, but he's now rotated down towards bottom lane where Nisha has not had to deal with the bounty. He's gonna get, almost kill sniped by the Satyr. That could have been really bad for the AdFinem squad, but no one panic, it's fine. It's still AdFinem to get the kill. It is still Madra to grab the last hit. And still mid lane Thug. One more right click on a Supreme. He's going to die to the tower, or the Oracle is going to teleport in. Either way, it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade over in mid. Oracle going to get the experience from that one. But Invoker dying solo to the Death Prophet, and Invoker right now is already just behind the Death Prophet CS-wise. So
almost look like Invoker is gonna make the play, like there's gonna outplay the DP, but this third spell of DP is actually a little bit too OP. I would say, all things considered, laning is going pretty okay for the Alien. Although, like, Invoker died one time, but he has 2 kills to his name, and he has a Basilius and Boots, so should be happy with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're also having to deal with a bounty hunter as well, and they're not like on top of the CS chart, but still they're in a decent enough situation considering that they have to deal with this bounty hunter. They have to spend money getting that detection, buying that dust, and just trying to answer that hero. So alternate probably should be a little bit more behind where they are than where they are right now, but getting a couple plays, getting a couple snipes on those here's the Sunstrike, definitely doing a lot of heavy lifting for the Invoker in particular, of course. Spartan gonna run to Nisha. A little bit of a fist fight there, but this is not gonna be a battle where either side can really win. Although Nisha's kind of chasing in deep for this one. Yeah, he's got to be careful. Either way, Skylark's still up on top lane. Still has to deal with
Fortune Zen.
Spartan is in love with trouble. Actually, Cask will be thrown out, but caught in the river. I thought for sure Witch Doctor would actually just make a clean escape there, but reinforcements for alternate just coming in too quick.
It was just weird positioning. I mean, as you talked, like, I think 2 games ago, we see this build on the Sparta now. Or is it gonna be engagement mid? Target is gonna
1
get
HP.
Killed. No.
Invoker literally at 1 HP. Maybe next time, still looking for the final hit here. They'll see a Bounty Hunter Illusion Rune, or Illusion rather, and Supreme just gonna hug his tower, but it doesn't get much closer than that. If Death Prophet's just a little bit luckier in that high-low roll, maybe she gets that kill. But Supreme, either way, is going to get a kill and survive. Death Prophet dying there is pretty darn expensive. Now 1-3 and nil. she is going to run into a little bit more of a roadblock, as that shouldn't really have happened, honestly.
Yeah, that prophet is playing so aggressively and risky actually. I don't think it's benefiting Finem. It's like too much risk. Finem needs that
Oh,
that
Nisha.
prophet to get
He's going to
farm.
get jumped. Here comes the Maledict, and
Level
then
2
the Janata
Maledict.
hit. They have a Shuriken as well, plus the cask bouncing through. Great play from Spartan. Actually, the Bounty Hunter saw the Hawk moving out, and Spartan just walked right around the Hawk vision and got the jump there. But now he's in a really awkward spot where he's well, behind the tier 2, looking for a courier snipe, I'm sure. But he's actually not going to get chased down.
No, he's going back in.
Oh, they see Elisash the entire time. They place the Observer Ward there, and they're going to land a Maledict. Cask is there as well. It seems like maybe next time doesn't really want to do this, and probably a good idea, but Maledict and the damage will get the kill. We'll walk into a Sunstrike, though. Oh, no, he's going to dodge it! Maybe next time he's going to live. Spartan's going to slip away from behind the enemy tier 2, and they don't even kill off the Observer Ward with this sentry. Oh, man.
This is some
That
classic
sucks
Spartan.
for Alternate so much.
This is minute 6 between tier 2 and tier 3, getting 2 kills, getting out.
Getting
not
the Sven,
losing
maybe?
anything.
Got an Anchor Smash left. Another Siphon is there, and another Swarm is there as well. So it's like 2 kills in as many minutes, one of which being on the Sven, or 3 kills rather. Madra's still happily farming, although that's probably going to change. Sunstrike is there with the Purifying Flames. He's not even going to be able to get out the time lapse. Tries and sets Shikuchi away, but Oracle's there with the Fortune's End. And look at the kill on the Weaver. That's a pretty nice one for the alternate side, but still, the past couple minutes have not been friendly to them.
Yeah, pretty crazy game going on. They blocked the Ancients already. Now the Dire is gonna spot it out with this pool failing. And Sven got a pretty early AGD, but going for this greedy build without boots, that's why he pretty much died though. He had a boots, I think it's fine. Finem doing good job. This is what you need to do against Sven. You need to block that Ancients instantly. The Bounty Hunter spot this Sven. I don't think he can do much alone.
Well, he's going to get quite a bit of experience from this
yeah,
one. Not
this is
level
what
5,
he needs.
Yeah, that's pretty much just what Bounty Hunter is looking for the entire time. If you get couriers, fine. If you get kills, fine. But as long as you're getting experience, you're happy. And he is pretty darn happy. Still shadowing Exotic Deer. That's well, 2 stacks so far, or 3 stacks, I guess, so far that he's leached experience from. This might get him his level 5. It's going to be close, but usually you need to like reserve a lane for Bounty Hunter if he's going to get this experience, or have him have just like an amazing time. And if you can get it without either of them, you're going to be pretty darn happy. Another point of Shuriken now up online, or actually going for 2-1-2.
The Sven understood that Bounty is leeching, but it was too late. The rotation of Oracle, so he gets his level 5, Sven is level 7. They block the Ancients, like first.
They have Ravage and Gush and a Janata hit with the Orb of Venom. Slow to a crawl. Lina needs some help, but whoever's going to come in is going to get Ravaged almost for sure. There it is. Onto 2. Beatdown will kill off the Lina, and Oracle cannot do anything here over in mid. In the meantime, Invoker is going to go invis. Still being siphoned, but still will be fine. They're actually going to turn around and kill off the Oracle. At least try to. Beat him down. He's going to get healed a little bit, but not enough. Skylark, just with the right clicks, with the help of the Bounty Hunter, now looking at 5.5 instead of just 5. This Bounty Hunter doing, again, some serious work as Alternate try to fight, or try to reinforce with here that, well, can't really do it the best when Lina's already dead and we're walking into a Ravage.
I mean, this game reminds me of game 1, what the ATN did to Finem. But Finem this time just too fast for the ATN. Like, they're ganking multiple lanes at the same time, just doing things all over again. They're gonna go top for Elisa again. It's gonna be actually tide is too low. TP from a Witch Doctor. Sven is here. Yeah, Spartan's gonna get popped, but can they get a return? Madara is TPing. He has a Swarm ready. They could at least get Lina. No, maybe next side gives up. Swarm is gonna miss. It's not gonna lead to anything. This is still a Sven without boots.
Oh, can they get the courier? I think they got the courier.
No burst on courier, so I don't think he gets it.
There we go.
He one-shots it. Actually, that's the benefit of having 2-1-2 build. If he went for a 3-1-1, he wouldn't get a courier. He would need a next hit.
Oh, he's going to get sentryed though. Dusted up as well. He's going to get obliterated by the hammer and the right clicks.
They don't even need.
But still gets the courier, and kind of a careless death there by the Witch Doctor, but These are kind of acceptable losses at this point for Finem. They lose a couple of heroes. Yeah, I guess they've forced the rotation out of the Weaver, which is not the best. You'd rather have Madra still in the bottom lane, but yeah, they have the track now up on the Bounty Hunter, and that's what the important thing is. Not the fastest track in the world, but still a really adequate timing for him. So these ganks are going to be even more punishing. Elisash will teleport out from the Weaver back to his fountain. Now Nisha's in a kind of a weird spot with Bounty Hunter to the south. He's going to see Skylark. He will not see this Bounty Hunter come in. They get the Gush, they get the track, and they will just charge in at him. Nisha trying to get the Roar out, gets canceled by a Shuriken. Now he's maledicted, so he's definitely going to die, and he'll die to an Anchor Smash. That's track number 1 being claimed here by this Bounty Hunter.
This Madara forced rotation top, he's gonna get a damage on the tower, but Sven is TPing in, so with Sven TPing top, they should, yeah, Spiral immediately pings the bottom tier 1. They're like, Sven TP top, we can do whatever we need, whatever we want bottom, without worrying about Sven coming in. They're gonna spot the, maybe next time, Oracle is gonna pop a dust, or...
No.
They're pinging him.
I don't think they actually know he's there. They have a sentry, but it wasn't in range of the creep, and now the Oracle's in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna put the false promise on himself. He's probably gonna survive this. You don't really want to use that one without saving a core, though. So already for Finem, they don't really do anything, and they get a free cooldown out of the enemies, and they have another Ravage with the mechanism as well in the Tidehunter. So maybe they're gonna look to force this. They have the Exorcism. Weaver doesn't really want to be in a fight like this where he's just straight pushing, at least not until he's much more farmed, but still it looks like Alternate are a little bit too scared to actually make this play. Even though they have the Laguna Blade, they have the Roar, they're starting to get tracked up, so if they lose this fight, and it's pretty high chance they will if they try to, it's going to cost them a lot. Still, they're getting a little bit of farm elsewhere. Sven's pushing up top lane with the God Strength, he's going to get double teleported upon. Skylark is there, he's got the Ravage, he's got Arcane Boots, he's going to Ravage out with the Cask, Maledict, and Death Ward. With the armor, he's going to survive a lot of it, but the cast will bounce right back to him, and he will die in the end. Skylark's going to grab that kill as Sven is unable to kill off the tower, unable to escape, and now it's Supreme on the bottom lane who's is going to slip out of there. But for Finem, they get the tower, and they get the Sven kill. So all in all, it's a clean win, and they don't even have to use Exorcism for it.
Yeah, very good rotation from Finem. They got a tower. They got a kill on the enemy's carry. Now it's time for the ATM to make their own play. With the Roar up, they're gonna Roar tug. Yeah, they're gonna have more than enough burst for it. But can they lead to anything else from this pickoff? I don't think they can get rush. If they try to go rush here, they might get punished. Do they see Madara? They don't. They don't have any control now. Maybe LSA, but...
oh, they dust up
yeah,
Bounty.
Dust.
And he's going to get obliterated by just the Lena's spells. He's going to get a track off, so maybe this is going to be good for Madra here. He's going to take the Laguna, time-lapse it all back, and now Spartan's here. Elisash not even going to try to deny himself to the Roshan. He'll try at the end, but it's going to be way too late, and now Madra's going to chase out for Nisha. Can't cancel that TP. Bounty Hunter gets another track kill, I suppose. So it's a one-for-one trade after that Death Prophet pickoff. But now we have a situation where Skylark's up towards top lane. He's pressuring it, and Exotic Deer... he just wants his stack, man. That's all he wants in the world. But this is not a safe place to be farming Ancients as a Sven, even though it is very quick. Finem are well aware of this.
Tide has mech, but no Ravage. But they have Exorcism, so...
They saw him. Spartan's in a corner, and he's going to get Sunstruck. So dead. However, the reinforcements coming in from the back. Oracle's going to put the False Promise on himself. Cancel TPs. They have a Shuriken. And he's not going anywhere. He's probably just going to pop, and he will, to the Bounty Hunter. So they get the Oracle. They're keeping the Sven out. Can they actually steal this? There's only one dragon here, so there's not a ton of armor on these Ancients.
I mean, Skylark can tank it easy. They don't do damage to Tide. If he...
oh, they found maybe next time. Just going to right-click him down after the Roar.
But so that's Roar used. By the way, they used Witch Doctor buyback. The Ravage is cooling down. Buyback on Bounty Hunter. They want to steal those Ancients, or at least contest them. Let's see what Atian can do about this. There's a Meteor invoked. It's gonna be new Fort Spirit. Exotic Deer starting cleaning up these Ancients. Ravage is online. Let's see. Tide walks in. He's looking for a ability. No Roar. There's Lina with a low mana. There's a
Laguna
crazy...
Blade to kill off the Witch Doctor. And now the Tider's actually stuck in the ice wall. Oh, Skylar cannot move. He's still not taking that much damage from Ancient's gonna pop the Ravage, gonna connect onto 3 heroes. The follow-up isn't really there, though. Thug hasn't even used his ultimate yet. Skylar is still actually gonna slip out of there, and Madra's gonna take a lot of the focus fire, but will time-lapse all of that back. Still hit with the hammers, sitting in sentry range. Right-clicks afterwards. Thug now gonna start in with the Siphons, and the Swarms is gonna kill up the Sven. Maybe next time he's gonna get a 3-man Shuriken bounce, which will destroy the backline as they kill up the Lina. Maybe next time single-handedly driving everyone from alternate back as Thug gonna throw out one more Swarm. He will not be able to get that kill on the Supreme, but he will try to go for the Oracle. Couple more right-click Shuriken will get that kill. Thug will even dodge the Sunstrike afterwards. Still no exorcism used. Now it's level 2. You can get the silence on Elisash right now. Has no more siphons, however. Maybe next time. Probably going to be a counter here, although Madara is thinking about coming right back in. Swarm going to fly through. Nisha is going to hit with the Shuriken bounce one more time. Elisash, one more right click. Not quite going to do it, both the Weaver sneaking in a right click. They'll grab yet another kill. Madara thinking about going up the high ground. He'll miss that one on the Beastmaster. But how do Finem always end up here, and how do they always make their escapes afterwards? 1 TP out, 2 TP out, 3rd hero has a TP out, Bounty Hunter should be fine, and the stack, it's at least contested by Finem. That's a big win for the Radiant.
Yeah, big win. It was looking so ugly at one point for Finem. Like, because they were in that choke point, you can, what I'm drawing on the map, like, and all of the dire heroes were here on the high ground, and they were like going one by one. They used their Ravage, they used their Mech, they didn't get anything of it, but somehow they cleaned the house after, and they survived with their core heroes, with the DP and Weaver getting some track kills. We see the 16-minute Lincoln Aquila on the Weaver, with only 1 death. It's really good time for Madara, and as we said before, if Madara is having good time, that means Finem is having good time.
They're going to get the stack. They're not going to go for Roche. They're just going to get this tower. I think the most surprising thing is that the entire fight was happening with Death Prophet still holding on to her ultimate. Sometimes if you're a Death Prophet, you just get really, really excited and you're just going to pop your ultimate, charge at the high ground. That's a great way to die, and Thug did not make that play, so he's going to survive. Maybe next time he's going to be chased down. He's going to get dusted. Lina is there to cut him off, but there's a lot of help from the high ground. Maybe next time he's going to get a couple tracks off. Death Ward is there as well. Elisash is going to try to get the kill on the Bounty Hunter. He's going to get mech'd up, but he's actually going to still survive. He gets a track kill. Will be picked off by the Roar of Nisha, but they have to use the Roar to get that 1-for-1 trade with the track involved there as well. Skylark going to get pegged down by that Fortune's End. Not that much damage afterwards, though. They're still going to go for this tower, and still Thug's ultimate has not been used. Alternate are losing map control pretty quickly. Their Sven is farming elsewhere, so at least they have that going for them. But they have to watch out. Cask is going to fly out. Nisha not going to get a bounce on, but Thug, he's looking for this Yule Scepter initiation. Not going to find it, nor will they find a deny. So Exotic Deer, he's going to get teleported upon. I think I've seen this one before. Thug's going to be the first one to arrive. There's a TP here on the Sven, but the Yule Scepter is available on Thug, so Exotic Deer has got to just run his way out, and good luck outrunning a bug. That's not going to happen. Exotic Deer is going to get picked off, and the tower is now in deny range. It's another super costly engagement for the alternate squad. This is not looking great for them.
It's going to be interesting. He has a Arcane Rune for like 10 more seconds, I think. He really wants to pop it. Does he force it for nothing? He just pops it here, and then use it for Rush.
They have the track onto Elisash, and she doesn't have a Yule Scepter herself, so Lina to fall. Nisha now tracked up, lifted up into the air, will fall into one too many heroes. Beastmaster doesn't even have a Roar. A couple more track kills for this Bounty Hunter. And they don't get the Exorcism off with the Arcane Rune, which is like, you know, value lost, whatever.
I think
they get 3 kills.
I think that was tricky for the ATN as well. When they see the Arcane Rune or DP killing the Sven top, I think they just expected them to just go through and pop the ulti with Arcane Rune and get a tier 2 top, but Spartan forcing the rotation mid, making the rack cool and killing 2 more heroes, and also taking a tier 2 mid, which is even better. Because look at now it's really hard for the ATN to contest Rush. I think they just go in and pop the Exorcism. Madara, I think he goes to... Yeah, this Rush shouldn't be contested. Like Dagger, Mech on Todd, all along with Ravage. I don't think ATN has nothing to do here. Sven still needs so much farm. This Sven has some CS, had some stack farm. I mean, some of them were stolen, but like he still needs to be ahead to be useful.
And that's usually where the Ancient Stack comes into play. At this point, if he had that Ancient Stack for real, S and Y up at the very least. So, I mean, that's just the impact of that earlier contest that we saw from the Finem squad. tower deny up towards top lane. Actually, not going to happen just yet. Looks like they're trying to bait the Sven in for a third pick off in that fashion. Won't work, but still for Finem, they get the double life. So, you know, good luck killing this Weaver now. He's going to go straight towards his Desolator, so we'll have extra damage. And all that combined with the fact that Bounty Hunter has gotten, I don't even know how many track kills, and Finem are looking at a pretty great advantage at this stage in the game. The only thing that they really have to wait for is another Exorcism if they want to force these towers down in a very quick fashion. But alternate, they are pretty much behind on every single account. The Invoker is still getting a decent amount of net worth. He's actually ahead of the Death Prophet, but he's really the only hero who's keeping up.
Yeah, that's just Invoker things. He's always gonna farm in this meta. I mean, this Death Prophet with his use and Soul Booster, he's so tanky, and they have so many ways of counter-initiating, like the Death Ward and Cask and the Ravage, Greaves. I don't think they're gonna be able to burst this Death Prophet in the ulti of the Beastmaster. It's gonna be straight high ground with the Aegis on the Madara. Madara is 500 gold short for Dezo, but they're still gonna go. Legislator heals coming through. See, it's really useful.
I'm not sure about this one, dude. Like, they don't have a lot of damage, so they're just putting themselves at a lot of risk with not much reward.
But they're just forcing. It's Sven bottom. They just want to force the Sven to come back to stop farming, and then when they get the Exorcism off cooldown, they're just gonna go. This is preemptive Iceful. It's short cooldown, so he doesn't really care.
Alright, so here we go. They're going to push in one more time. This time it's actually with the intent of killing off the tower and then Rax's afterwards, because Exorcism is now available. Not much of a creep wave here, but the tower's down, so who cares? Is it time to go? It is. Thug's going to let those ghosts fly. There are sentries going to be deployed everywhere, but all the sentries are going to be killed off in favor of the Radiant. Range Rax is going to get ground down. Thug is in a very difficult position to initiate on with the heroes that Alton have selected. They'll smoke up, try to get some initiation angles advantage, but still the Raxes are going to fall in favor of the Death Prophet. Now getting hit with the Sven. She has Yule Scepter. She's going to get it off, dodge a lot of the damage, especially that Meteor, and then make a break away for it. Ravage going to come out onto the Sven. As tanky as he is, he's not tanky enough. Thug still with the Ghost doing so much. Now the tracks are going to start to fly as well. Invoker's in a corner. Nisha's stuck outside with tracks on absolutely everyone. It's a 4 kill. It's gonna be 5 as Invoker literally has nowhere left to run. Are there sentries here? Just buy a gem. Buy sentries. Put them everywhere. There you go. They know exactly where he is. They see him with the track. It's gonna be a 5 kill for the Finem squad. They take Rax's. They still have the Aegis. That was an absolute massacre.
Enemies, Fontaine. Yeah, they just go GG after this. Maybe next time just gonna walk in the Fontaine, some taunting, but it was a great game, great execution from Finem. Really knowing what they want. I mean, I must say, maybe next time, MVP of this game for sure. Like his rotations and Spartan's calls just make this look too easy.
Like the Bounty Hunter locked down the early game so hard for the alternate squad, they couldn't actually do that much to actually contest the Tidehunter afterwards. They did nothing to contest the Weaver afterwards. Even Death Prophet having kind of a slow start, all things considered. Just able to get a little bit of extra space, track gold from the Bounty Hunter. It all adds up. And as you said, I think it was that call to contest that Ancient stack that really won it there for Finem. They went so deep.
It was really close.
Yeah,
it could
but they
have gone
took
both
it.
ways. Yeah, but they took it in the end, and they pretty much won game there. It's shutting down the Sven and all his power from the Ancient that he would get. I mean, GG's to Finem. Really, really good show from them. Coming back from the tough game on loss, I would say.
Ballsy play, to say the least, but no risk, no reward, right? So Finem gonna make those risky plays, get paid off, and will continue onwards. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen after this, because as I said earlier, London Conspiracy are no longer a team, so they should have been going up against London Conspiracy, but now, I don't know, maybe they get a free pass, which would be pretty sweet for them. But either way, we're done for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the games. If you did, be sure to follow the channel because there is still more NoShang to be had in the future. I'm Mikelorus, been joined by Milan. If you enjoyed the casting, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Mikelorus for myself, at MilanDota2 for my co-caster. Any final words before we shut this down?
No, it was a pleasure casting after a long time. Thanks for inviting me, and see you later.
No problem, dude. Anytime. See you later, guys. GG.